The emotional reason Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner exited the Oscars when his former partner went on stage. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Timothée Chalamet was ready for what many believed could be one of the biggest nights of his acting career. People had high hopes that he might walk away with the Best Actor award at this year's Oscars, especially because of his impressive performance as Bob Dylan in the movie A Complete Unknown. Many thought it could be a night that would change his career forever. But instead of being fully focused on the awards and attention that came with the night, his heart and mind were mostly with his girlfriend, Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner, who is 27 years old and known all over the world for her presence in reality TV and beauty business, didn't join Timothée on the red carpet. She stayed out of the spotlight at first, giving him space to shine. But once the event started inside the Dolby Theatre, she quietly made her way to the front row and sat beside him. Since they started dating in 2023, their relationship has gotten a lot of attention. That night, they looked completely in love as they held hands, exchanged sweet glances, and even shared kisses while the event continued around them. However, something unexpected happened. Just before the award for Best Costume Design was announced, the cameras caught Timothée, wearing a bright yellow suit that made him stand out, taking Kylie by the hand and walking her out of the auditorium. People noticed that they both left just before Lily Rose Depp, who used to date Timothée, walked onto the stage to present the award alongside Elle Fanning, one of Timothée's co-stars. When Lily Rose began to speak on stage, neither Timothée nor Kylie was in sight. Their seats were empty. According to information shared with thedailymail.com by someone close to the couple, Timothée decided to leave with Kylie to avoid any awkward moment or unwanted attention. The source explained that Kylie is going through a hard time and is emotionally fragile at the moment, especially after the sudden death of her close friend and hairstylist, Jesus Guerrero. He wasn't just someone who worked with her, he was someone she considered her best friend, someone who had been in her life for many years. Losing him was a huge blow, and it left her heartbroken. The source shared that Kylie sometimes struggles with confidence, especially at big Hollywood events like the Oscars. She feels uncomfortable because she knows some people question whether she belongs there. She hears the negative comments and tries to avoid anything that might cause more trouble. Right now, with the grief she is carrying over Jesus passing, she's even more sensitive and vulnerable. Timothée understands this, and he's been trying to support her as much as possible. That's why he decided it was better for them to step out for a while. He didn't want Kylie to feel upset, especially at a moment when his ex-girlfriend was taking center stage. People started asking questions when a short video clip was posted on TikTok by a fan account. Viewers quickly noticed the couple's empty seats and wondered what happened. When Paul Tazewell walked on stage to accept the Oscar for Best Costume Design for the film Wicked, it was clear that Timothée and Kylie were not in their places. The insider added that both Timothée and Kylie were aware that if they had stayed seated during Lily Rose's time on stage, the cameras might have focused on them. People would definitely talk about their reactions. Rather than letting the moment become the center of attention for gossip and speculation, they quietly left. Timothée simply wanted to protect Kylie and make sure she felt okay. Jesus Guerrero passed away unexpectedly at just 34 years old on February 22. His death was a big shock to everyone who knew him. Kylie had stayed quiet about it at first, but later she posted a tribute to him on Instagram. Her words were filled with emotion and pain. She described him as more than just a friend. To her, he was a bright light who brought joy, love, and comfort into her life. She said he had been a huge support for almost 10 years and helped her get through many tough times. Even on difficult days, he found a way to make her feel better. She thanked him for always being there, lifting her up, and being such a good friend. On the Sunday of the Oscars, Kylie was actually spending time with Jesus' family, comforting them and being there in their time of sadness. That's why she didn't go with Timothée to the SAG Awards earlier, where he won Best Actor for A Complete Unknown. Instead, Timothée took his mother, Nicole Flender, with him to that event. He didn't want Kylie to feel pressured, knowing she was still deeply hurt and mourning her friend. After the Oscars, fans were quick to notice that Timothée and Kylie weren't in their seats when Lily Rose was on stage. Some people shared their thoughts on social media. On Reddit, one person said it was shocking to see that they were missing at such a key moment. Another fan seemed confused and asked why Timothée wasn't there, especially because it was believed that he and Lily Rose were still on good terms and possibly friends. It raised questions for some fans who expected a more open show of support. However, not everyone thought it was wrong. Some defended the couple's decision to step away. One person commented that it might have been a smart move. They believed Timothée and Kylie were just trying to avoid being the focus of gossip or dramatic headlines. If the cameras had caught their reactions, it might have caused all kinds of stories and theories to spread, even if nothing really happened. By leaving, they managed to avoid becoming the subject of unnecessary attention. All of this shows just how complicated public life can be for celebrities. What might seem like a small choice, walking out during a break, can quickly become the subject of endless discussions. But in this case, it seems that Timothée was mainly trying to look out for someone he cares deeply about. He knew how much pain Kylie was in and how hard it was for her to be there. Rather than taking a chance and staying for a potentially uncomfortable moment, he chose to step away with her quietly. It was a small act, but it showed how much he respects her feelings. As the night went on, people kept wondering about the real reason they left. But if the words of those close to them are anything to go by, then the answer is clear. Kylie is still grieving the loss of someone she loved very much, and Timothée is doing his best to protect her peace. Their decision to step out wasn't about avoiding Lily Rose or creating drama. It was about kindness, understanding, and choosing what felt right in a hard moment. Even though the Oscars were filled with glamour and celebration, behind the scenes, it was also a night of quiet support and emotional strength for one couple. It reminded people that celebrities, for all their fame and success, are also human. They deal with pain, loss, and complicated feelings just like everyone else. Sometimes, the most meaningful moments don't happen on stage, but in quiet acts of care when no one is really watching. On the Sunday of the Oscars, Kylie was actually spending time with Jesus' family, comforting them and being there in their time of sadness. That's why she didn't go with Timothée to the SAG Awards earlier, where he won Best Actor for A Complete Unknown. Instead, Timothée took his mother, Nicole Flender, with him to that event. He didn't want Kylie to feel pressured, knowing she was still deeply hurt and mourning her friend. After the Oscars, fans were quick to notice that Timothée and Kylie weren't in their seats when Lily Rose was on stage. Some people shared their thoughts on social media. On Reddit, one person said it was shocking to see that they were missing at such a key moment. Another fan seemed confused and asked why Timothée wasn't there. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.